guys, welcome back to my videos. So today's video is special because if you don't know, July is Plastic Free July, which means that it is to share some tips on to being more environmental friendly, and this video is about that. I'll show you all the eco swaps I've done and some I want to do, but I still have some products left to use, and obviously the least eco-friendly thing you can do is just throw away products you have just because they are not eco-friendly. Or I know some people that have for example like vegan and cruelty-free makeup, and because the brand is not cruelty-free anymore, they throw away the makeup. I've seen some people do that, and how is that eco-friendly, guys? I mean, you bought it, so just use it and don't buy it again. That's it. I mean, this is not just so you throw away all the stuff and just buy eco-friendly products, because that's not how you are eco-friendly. The first thing, which has some hair in it, is a wooden hairbrush, a comb, for example, in this case. So it just depends on what you like. If you like a brush more or you like a comb more, there are wooden options for that, so it's very easy to swap. Just all of these items that I'm talking about, you can just search on internet for them, or just search for an eco-friendly shop and you'll find all of them in it. And if not, you'll find them, I'm sure, if not in one store then the other. Obviously online is a lot more easier to find these things, so don't feel sad that you don't have a physical store near you that sells these products, because I also don't, and I live in a big city, so don't feel sad. Just order online. It's still more eco-friendly than buying plastic products, okay? And they never can come with plastic wrapping because it's an eco-friendly store, so do that. Okay, the next thing is the soap and conditioner. Sorry guys, I have all the products in here next to me. So I have these tins that are from Lush, but you can just keep them in whatever soap dish you have at home. Please don't throw them away just because they're plastic. If they're already being used, just use them. So I have the well, this is actually the normal soap, and this is the shampoo. So they come, as you've seen in, if you haven't, I have a video telling about no shampoo, because if you don't know, all of the shampoos, they have SLS, which is not really good for your hair. And if you're using these natural shampoos, you will get also the hair clean, but it's not as heavy duty, and it'll be more natural for your hair as well, and it will stop being so oily. But I'll talk more about that in that video, so just check that out. So I have these eco-friendly options that come in wooden cardboard boxes, like small ones, so they do not come in plastic wrap, so also the best option for that. This soap, which I have right here because I still haven't used it, I still have the other one left, so this is the one I bought. It's quite big, and it just does the same thing as the dish soap, but it is in a soap bar instead of just liquid soap. But you can make it liquid if you just boil water, but I don't know why people just don't use it like this. It's way easier to keep. Just keep it in the soap dish and it'll be just the same or even better, because it's not bad for the environment. So plus. Okay, next thing is the dish brush, which I have been using, and it got everything wet because it is still wet. So this is the dish brush that you can keep in like hooked like this. So it's a bit rougher than a sponge, so it's not really to substitute a sponge, and also has some food still in here. So you can just buy a new head once this one is really used up, and it's rougher for the food that is stuck on the pan, on the pot, so it's not the same. But then you have the sponge, which is, this is a loofah sponge, I think that's the name, and she grows so big with water and it's just so nice. I don't know, I just love these products because they just look so beautiful, you know, like those yellow sponges, they don't look not even 50% as nice as this one. And yeah, this one goes really fluffy, so it's just the same as the sponge because it's not so rough, but it is still a bit rough and you can still try to get some food from that. Okay, the next thing is the scraper. I haven't used it yet because I haven't felt like I needed it yet, but it came in a kit, so I bought it all together, that's why. But I plan on using it at some point. So this is to scrape like from the pan and the pot, just like the other one, but for baked stuff, you know, on the tray, the baking tray, it's easier than if you go with the brush, because the brush, it's not as rough. So if you baked something and it's stuck, you just go with this and it just scrapes right off. And it's made from the coconut shell, I think that's what the name is. And it has a little string as well, so you can hang just like the rest of the stuff. And then this is all the kitchen related, you know. Then you have this, which it's also scrub, and it's like a wool, stain wool? I don't know. You know, these metal things that you scrape when it's really hard to get things off. But this one, it doesn't scratch, so you can use it in your stuff. And it's also made from coconut. I guess you can do a lot of stuff with coconut. And this is one of these things. You just scrub the food as well with this. Okay, the next thing is the laundry shells. I think that's what you would call them. These are coconut shells, and I bought a kilo because it's cheaper than if you just buy little ones from time to time. So what you do is that they give you this, and you put 4 or 5 shells in this, and you can use that up to 4 times. So the same shell lasts 4 times. They look like this, and yeah, they don't smell like anything really. So they say if you want to have a certain smell, or you can just buy essential oils and drop a few drops inside the bag that goes into the washing machine. But if you just like a neutral smell, you can just use them like this, which is what I will do because I don't really care for the smell of the laundry. Okay, also, obviously, I think this is the most known one, is a bamboo toothbrush. And I mean, there are so many options because this is the more common one, which is nice. I'm glad that it's becoming more common to find these toothbrushes. Even in a small town that I live, you can find many options for toothbrush. This one is from Hydrofill, but if it was just, I've had other ones and they just do the same thing. Obviously, they're just toothbrushes. And also, the other one, it would be the natural toothpaste, but I've used all of mine, and I remember that I still had the old ones, that tube, not so eco-friendly, left to use, so I haven't ordered new one, but it's from the Organics, and I'll just leave a picture of what it was supposed to look like. I already removed the label because I plan on putting some stuff in here. Like, you can even make some jam and just put it in this jar. It is really nice because you can just reuse them to something else, who knows. I will talk about all the eco swaps that you could do, but I still haven't done because I still have products left to use. So it's, like I said, not throwing away until I use all of it. So the first thing is deodorant. I would like to buy a mineral deodorant, picture right here. But I still have this one, which is glass, but the cap is in plastic. And well, this actually looks like almost used up, but I still have another one that looks the exact same. So this one is also cruelty free, which is good, but I would like to change for the mineral one because it's more eco-friendly. So that's what I will do once I have used all of mine. Okay, the next thing is perfume. And actually, I didn't find that many options that don't come with the plastic cap or something like that, because most perfumes, they come in glass, but then the cap is in plastic. So I found on Lush solid perfume, but it looks like it's a plastic container, so I can't really vouch for them because I actually don't know what's the material of the container. But I'm sure there are solid perfumes that come in metal containers, and I hope you find those because I haven't really found it yet, but I still have a big bottle to use, so I will not be buying more until I've used all of mine. And the next thing is shopping bags. So I have these plastic big shopping bags that are reusable, but since I have them, I will not be buying more. But I do have this tote bag. It's not as big as my plastic ones, and when I buy just small groceries, like just small quantity of groceries, I take this. But if you want to bring more stuff with you, you just can buy a big tote bag or a big reusable bags. There are many options for that, so just take a look. And it's obviously better for the environment than just keep buying plastic bags, even if they are reusable. Like my mom, she just keeps buying on these reusable bags because she forgot, like she wants to go shopping, but she didn't plan on it, so she didn't bring them with her, and now she doesn't have any plastic bags with her, and she just buys more and more. That's not eco-friendly. This one is food containers. I have food containers, but they're not a flat metal, or I think those are the only options, or glass, but that's just for keeping in a house. I saw that IKEA, they have food containers with wood caps. So those are good options to keep in the house, but I don't really plan on going with glass containers outside of the house. I don't see it as being very safe. I mean, you can just hit the bag somewhere and just break the whole thing. So there are stainless steel metal food containers, and that's a good option instead of just buying plastic ones. Obviously, you cannot use it in a microwave, but I wouldn't trust using the plastic containers as well in the microwave. You know, they can release BPA and all of those chemicals. So just put it on a plate, heat it up on a microwave, or just eat it cold, I guess. The next thing is soap dish. So like I said, I keep these my soap in the tins from Lush because they're just £2.50, I think. So I keep them in those. Also, I share a house, so I don't plan on just leaving my soap in the shower. I don't want them to be using my soap. But once I have a house for myself, I do plan on getting olive wood soap dishes, just like in the image you saw, or you're seeing right now. And it is quite cheap to find those, and you can find many on Etsy and eco-friendly stores, so that's really nice. The next thing is toilet brush and the holder. Well, in the house that I am right now, they have already a toilet brush and everything, but once I move to my own house, I do plan on getting these more eco-friendly ones because they're wooden, and then the holder is in metal, so that's better. I know these sound so crazy, like now I have to get rid of everything I own. No, please don't do that. It's just, if you don't have these things already, I'm showing you there are eco-friendly options for that. Yeah, they're probably eco-friendly options for almost everything, so just try to find them. Actually, you will probably find for everything that you need. The next thing is reef safe sunscreen. There are multiple cruelty-free and vegan sunscreens, but I don't know many that are reef safe. I know some, but they don't come in metal containers, but there are some that do, and you can find them in plastic-free online shops. And there's this option, and there are other options. You can just buy whatever. Obviously they're a bit more expensive than the normal ones, but it is safe for the reef and for the environment. So sometimes it's better to just spend a little more and have a good conscience, like I'm not doing something that is bad for the environment. Please just, if you have the opportunity to buy them, please do. The next thing is cotton swabs. I don't use them. I just wash my ears in the shower with soap, and it's good enough for me. But if you really need, because you're a makeup artist, or I don't know, for whatever reason, please just consider buying eco-friendly ones. They are also just like the toothbrushes, they're more available in the market right now. So just don't go like greenwashing. Some of them, they have like, oh, eco-friendly cotton swabs, but they're not actually. So if you are going on the eco-friendly online shops to buy something else, just try to find the cotton swabs if you plan on using them. But I think it's something that most people shouldn't be using anyway. So if you don't plan on using it for your job, like makeup artist or anything, I don't think you should be buying them anyways. So the other thing is floss. I also don't use, because my teeth are all really close together and I cannot get a floss through them. But if you do, there is eco-friendly floss like the Dior Organics, which is where I buy my toothpaste as well. And they also sell everything related to teeth. They have it. So Dior Organics is the best brand in my opinion for that. So just go on their website and you'll find many options for all of your teeth related products. The next thing is cleaning products in bulk. So you can see in the image, these are some of these things, like bicarbonate of soda, which is all-purpose. Then there are soda crystals that are for clogged toilets and bathrooms and really dirty things, like I don't know, related to kitchen and the bathroom. Then you have bicarbonate of soda, which is a natural bleach, and there are other products that you can make your own cleaning products. Instead of just buying those that come in plastic, you can just buy them in bulk, like in the image, and then use a jar that you already own to keep them in, and you already have your cleaning products. And I will plan on getting them once I have my own space, and then I will make videos about how I clean and how I use all of these products. But if you already want to buy them now, and I'm sure you'll find recipes online for all your homemade cleaning products, which is more eco-friendly, obviously, is the dishwasher tablets. I do not own a dishwasher, but there are eco-friendly options for that, so just please consider buying them instead of the other ones. Then you have razors, which there are safety razors that you can just switch the blade and they last you for the whole eternity. Is all related, period related products. They're menstrual cup, they're sanitary pads, all of them, they have eco-friendly options. So just consider that, because it's actually better for your wallet as well, instead of just buying like sanitary pads that are not reusable and tampons that you just throw away. There are eco-friendly options, and I'll just leave a link for all of these options in the description, because there is a really good article on it and you can just find the best one for you. So the next thing is food wrap. So there are beeswax food wraps, and then there are vegan food wraps. Obviously, because I do not eat honey or anything, I plan on getting just the vegan options for that, and you keep your food good for longer, and you can also use them as sandwich bags, so that's also a good option. Almost in the end, but still not yet. So there are stainless steel bottles I have already my bottles and they're good, so I'm just keep using on them. I don't plan on getting a stainless steel bottle unless the one I own breaks, but it is plastic, the one I own, but I will not throw it away just to buy a stainless steel bottle. But if you do not own one, you can just buy that. The next thing is ice trays and tea bags. There are plastic-free options for that, because you do know, I mean, if you don't know, all you know, the tea bags that you buy in the supermarket, the individual tea bags, they have plastic in them. So when you are drinking your tea, you're releasing plastic into your drink. So you can just boil the tea with bulk tea leaves, just like the old days, and you can just put them in these stainless steel tea bags and put them in your mug. There are eco-friendly options for even ice scrapers to remove ice from the freezer. There are so many options for everything. Just if you think about it, like, oh, is there an eco-friendly option for this? Yeah, there is. For glitter, for makeup, for face products, Upcircle is a really good brand for beauty products. I mean, not beauty, but it's moisturizers and everything related to the face. They have really good options for that, and they're plastic free, and they also have more natural ingredients which will not leave your face with an allergic reaction if you have a very sensitive skin. Then the last thing is stationary items like pencils and highlighters. There are pencil highlighters instead of just buying the plastic ones. And also, I mean, the ones you write with, not the makeup highlighters, but there are also, Lush has a really big thing, like a array of products that are plastic free from makeup. So if you just plan on getting plastic free makeup, Lush is good for that. But what I'm talking about right now is pens that are made out of grass. I think it's grass, and there's so many options for eco-friendly pens and all the items that you use to write with, even like recycled paper, everything. So I hope you like this video. I hope that I gave you some insights of what you can do to help the environment. I do not mean that you should get all of these things, really. I do not plan on getting all of them as well. But if you are planning on buying something, just consider buying the